Hi, I'm Gary White, Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television. I'm at the Nelson County Clerk's Office, and I'm here with Elaine Filiatru, the Nelson County Clerk, and today we're going to talk about license plates, because the Nelson County Clerk's Office provides license plates for individuals, and this week is is License Plate Awareness Week. That's pretty exciting, huh?
Is that for Kentucky or?
It's national.
National.
Yeah. So we want to make sure that people are aware of their license plates. And I know people drive around and they see that there are a whole lot of different license plates that are out there, aren't there?
There are very, very many, even just for Kentucky.
Absolutely. So we're going to start off talking a little bit about license plates in general. So every vehicle needs to have some kind of license plate.
Must have a plate.
Okay.
It must have insurance, must have a plate.
And you renew that plate basically every year, is that correct?
Every year, once a year, unless it's historic plates. Those are forever plates, but you pay the taxes on them every year.
And historic plates, are they for autos that are like over 20 years? Is that what that is or something?
I don't know that they have a lifespan.
Right. Okay.
If you take the plate off the vehicle or sell the vehicle, it would matter.
Okay. So when you come and get a license plate, you have the opportunity to get your traditional plate, right, which is something like this.
Traditional plate. That is the traditional plate. Or a couple of years ago, they made the same plate with "In God We Trust" for those people who choose to have that plate on their vehicle. So these are the two main plates.
Okay. And that's the regular. If you don't ask for a specialty plate, this is the kind of plate you can get, right?
And this is the plate that goes on a passenger vehicle, which can be put on any vehicle that is used strictly as your personal passenger vehicle.
Okay.
And that applies to trucks, cars, whatever type vehicle you have, as long as it's used strictly as a passenger vehicle. Plates actually generally apply to what you use them for.
Okay.
So normally the personalized plates go on passenger vehicles. These special plates go on passenger vehicles. This is a farm plate.
Okay. What was the farm plate for?
The farm plate allows you must be in agriculture. You can only use that plate for personal use agriculture, which means that you're the farmer, you're doing your own business, you're not doing business for another entity. You're not taking money from another person to do work for you, and it allows you to carry up to 38,000 weight on that vehicle.
Okay. And now these, there is a fee, obviously, for license plates, and fees are just the traditional fee that would be.
Yes, normal renewal fee is $21 for any of these plates. The farm plate has an optional $10 attachment to that can be, and you can opt out if you choose to do so, but the Kentucky Proud FFA and 4-H is mostly what that money is used for. It goes through the Kentucky Department of Agriculture. Agriculture is near and dear to me, and those groups in particular are such productive groups for the youth that we do try to encourage people, at least for one or two vehicles within their operations, to make that donation, but that's their choice.
Right. Now, we want to mention there are specialty plates, and actually you have printed out 6 pages worth of specialty plates, and that's just for Kentucky, is that correct?
That's Kentucky's available plates. Those are available on drive.ky.gov if a person wants to go through and look and see what the fee that is attached to those plates is, how much the renewal is. If you'll notice, several of those plates are military plates. We have one and I did lay one out here for the Navy. This happens to be the Navy's. And then we put the sticker on that indicates that you're either a veteran or an Iraq veteran, an Afghan. There's several of those stickers that can be added to those so that you can designate which service you were in and for what particular time.
Okay. Now, as we said, there's 6 pages here of all the different kind of specialty plates, and different people all the time are applying for plates with the state of Kentucky. And you said recently we have a couple of the newest ones, and this is a new plate.
That's National Wild Turkey Federation, which means that at least I think 900 people made application for that plate. And it was received at the Transportation Cabinet, and they chose to press that plate. There probably is, and I do not know the fees, but there's an extra fee attached to that. Some of these plates have opt-out fees, which we highly disagree with, actually. If you're interested in that organization and the state has to go to the expense of pressing those plates, honestly, the donations go to a specific organization, and it would seem in our little opinions, that would be a good thing to maintain.
Right.
Farmers had no choice in their plate. That was done through the Department of Agriculture during a previous administration. And so Commissioner Comer actually designated that the fees from that would go to help these particular organizations. So that was turned into a very good thing, but it is an opt-out fee.
Okay. Now this is another new one you were saying. It's
Crusade for Children.
Yes, the Crusade
I
for
think
Children.
everybody in Kentucky is extremely proud of this organization. So I don't know what the additional fee to that is, but if you buy that plate, I would assume you would be willing to donate that fee. Besides that, even though we're not a charitable organization as such, we can take donations for certain fees over and above the plate. We have a place in the computer that we can actually add those in. So if someone wants to give to the farm community or organizations, or to Crusade for Children, or to the breast cancer plate, which is the pink one here, and I'm guessing that's fairly, we do sell quite a few of those, then that fee can be added in, even if you have a regular plate.
This one matches your sweater a little bit. Yeah.
Good, doesn't it?
But like we said, they were for various different causes. Now this is a breast cancer awareness plate.
Exactly.
You know,
and this was the Fallen Officer Trust plate, and you know that we had room. We sold many of those plates here a couple of years ago during the Officer Ellis, and of course that kind of revives when there is a tragedy within the police force. That's a great plate. We have a firefighter plate. There's just a huge numbers of those plates.
Right.
We have an EMS plate. There's a library plate. There are 3 of the nature plates.
Nature plates, right? Okay.
And this goes to one of the Kentucky offices that are for wildlife conservation, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It has the cardinal on one, a bobcat on one, and a butterfly on one.
And then I have one that's a spaying or neutering, which goes towards animal spaying and neutering plate as well.
Yes.
So there's ones for all different organizations. And as we said, there's 6 pages they can do. Now also, like on here, there's some local ones as well. Campbellsville University has their own plate. So if you are an alumni of an institution, you can actually get a plate as well.
Kentucky presses a plate for each, as far as I understand, for every school, every college or university in the state. So those are all available. Yes, and then as you know, as we mentioned earlier, St. Catherine had a plate. Of course, those have been taken out of the system. There was a plate pressed for Breeders' Cup a few years ago that was taken out of the system.
But it's a lot to keep up with, and you do it all here at the Nelson County Clerk's Office. Now, also, before we end, we wanted to mention, so you may think, well, what happens with all these plates when they're not utilized or when they turn in old plates? Because sometimes you'll be turning in an old plate, right? And you actually, the county clerks here in Kentucky, are making birdhouses.
Yes. This is a project that the county clerks have sponsored for the last 5 or 6 years, I think. A gentleman in Letcher County spent the end of his life making birdhouses, and any $25 donation that we receive for a birdhouse goes to the veterans homes here in the state of Kentucky. It's dispersed strictly through the County Clerks Association. So if a person turns one of these special plates back in to us, we will send those to Letcher County and have them made into the birdhouses. The gentleman who initially began this project was actually the Letcher County Clerk and his father-in-law. Father-in-law passed away actually leaving his shop after having been making these things, as I understood it. But the clerks over in eastern Kentucky have carried this forward and have donated lots of dollars and gifts and supplies and Christmas parties to veterans who are living in the veterans homes in Kentucky. That's a Transylvania plate. I just thought I'd put that out as an example of one of those and show you one of the college plates.
Absolutely. I like that, and also the historic one and the I Sport veterans. So you have various different. You have a bunch. I saw a bunch of them back there.
We have quite a few, and if you have a plate that's near and dear to you that you would like, once it's to be turned in, we will send that up there and put your name on it and ask them to make it just for you. And they have begun to do a few with. We also sell motorcycle plates, and they have begun to do a few with the motorcycle plates, little small decorative birdhouses.
They're for little baby birds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a project that we have donated quite a bit of money to, actually, and we consider anything that we know is going to help veterans to be a good cause.
Absolutely. And again, it is License Plate Awareness Week for National License Plate Awareness Week, so we wanted to come visit Elaine Filiatru, who's a Nelson County clerk, hear a little about the license plates. If you want to find out more, or if you'd like a specialty plate and you want to know all the different ones, again, that website?
It's drive.ky.gov, and all the plates that are available, as well as information related to multiple licensing issues or titling issues with vehicles. Great site.
Great. And also they're full of information here when you come on down as well, and you can get a birdhouse. Thank you very much.
Correct. Thank you.
All right. This has been Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television.